Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teaching in Room 9, the Read.
So come on in, take a seat, and let's get started.
Great job. Now, go ahead and touch your throat right here and see how they feel.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Teaching in Room 9.
Falcons are built for speed, so she doesn't have very wide wings.
And the numbers get bigger as we go across to the right.
I just want you to start with saying hello. Remember, you got this.
All righty, are you ready to learn? Let's go! Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, the region's largest classroom. I am Dr. Sanders, and we are in our amazing classroom where you can go anywhere and be anything. But like I always say, it doesn't matter if you're 2 or 102. We will have some fun. F-U-N, fun. We will have some fun while learning. Now, before we go on our great adventure, let's talk to some of my friends. Let's introduce some of their names. And my first name today is Harley. Hi, Harley. Harley. What letter does Harley start with? A H, that is right. Let's spell Harley. H-A-R-L-E-I. H-A-R-L-E-I. Now, my next name on here is Dalen. Hello, Dalen. Let's spell Dalen. Capital D-A-Y-L-A-N. D-A-Y-L-A-N. What is the sound that you hear at the beginning of Dalen? Let me hear you make that sound. Yes, yes, yes. And my last name today is Brandon. Hello, Brandon. What letter does Brandon start with? Yeah, a capital B. Let's spell Brandon. Capital B-R-A-N-D-O-N. B-R-A-N-D-O-N. Are you all righty? Are you ready for that next adventure? Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. I am too. So you ready? Let's go!
Glenn, what are you doing today? Oh, I see you're going on a picnic with your friends. That's great. It's a beautiful day for a picnic. Oh, what's that? You're looking for your strawberry. Oh, here it is. I can put it in your basket. Hey, do you know that you can use simple patterns to organize things and help you find them a little easier? Would you like me to teach you some simple patterns? Okay, would you like to learn some simple patterns? Great. Glenn has a basket of fruit that has a lot of different colors. I bet you we can use these to make some simple patterns. Here's the first one. Red apple, red strawberry, yellow lemon. Same, same, different. That's an A-B-A pattern. Here's another one. Yellow banana, yellow lemon, and purple grapes. Same, same, different. That's an A-A-B pattern. Are you ready for the last one? Red apple, purple grapes, yellow lemon. Different, different, different. A, B, C. Do you think you understand all the patterns? What's this one? Same, same, different. You're right. A, B, A. How about this one? Different, different, different. That's right. A, B, C. You've got it. We learned some simple patterns. A, B, A, A, B, A, B, C. And now you're ready to pack up for your picnic and you're ready to go to school.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, our region's largest classroom. I'm Miss Nar, and I'll be your farmer today, helping take care of all the different animals that will help us learn to read. Today, we're going to focus our learning on the beginning sounds in words. Being able to hear the beginning and the ending parts in words, and being able to switch those out and make new words will help us read and write. Let's sing a song to help us practice. Beginning sounds help us learn to read and write new words. First you break apart a word. What's the first sound that you heard? Was it bird or cat? Dog, frog, letter sounds everywhere you look at. Beginning sounds help us learn to read and write new words. Nice job. Let's go ahead and sing it one more time and see if you can try to sing along with me this time. Beginning sounds help us learn to read and write new words. Break apart a word and what is the first sound that you heard? Was it bird or cat? Dog, frog, letter sounds everywhere you look at. Beginning sounds help us learn to read and write new words. Wow, you sounded amazing, friends. Now we're gonna do an exercise to warm up our brains. I'm gonna give you 3 words, and they all have the same beginning sounds. So go ahead and give me the same sound in all of those words. Let's go ahead and practice one. Football, fish, fell. What's the beginning sound in all those words? Yeah, you're right. F is the first sound. Make sure you give me the sound and not the letter name. Let's try another one. Pack, pencil, past. What's the first sound? P. Good job. Map, make, mouse. What's the first sound you hear in those words? Yeah, very good. Game, give, gone. The first sound is g, g. Great job. One more. Sister, silly, song. Yeah, that s sound is the first sound in those words. Great job. Now we're gonna do the same thing by practicing it on our beginning sounds chart here. So I'm gonna hold up an animal. You'll tell me what the first sound is, and then we can put it in the beginning sound barn. Our first animal is, go ahead and shout it out for me. Yeah, this is a goat. And the first sound is g, g. Great job. If you touch your voice box here, it is buzzy. And our first sound is a G that is spelling that sound. Our next animal is, say it if you know it. Yeah, this is a horse. Is our first sound. It's a whisper sound. And letter H is spelling that sound. Great job. Our next animal is, go ahead and say it if you know it. Yeah, a cat. Okay, is a whisper sound. It stops short when we say it. And the letter C is spelling that sound. Our last picture we have is, yeah, this is a pig. And the first sound is p, p. That's another whisper sound. It stops short when we say it. All right, and we had the letter P there. Can you think of any other farm words that have these same beginning sounds? Go ahead and shout them out for me if you can. Yeah, I'm hearing some good ones. You could do a p, p, plow with the letter P, or a k, k, cow for the letter C, a g, g, gate, or h, h, hay for that horse. Nice job. Let's go ahead and sing our song one more time. Beginning sounds help us learn to read and write new words. First you break apart a word. What's the first sound that you heard? Was it bird or cat? Dog, frog, letter sounds everywhere you look at. Beginning sounds help us to read and write new words. Amazing job, friends. Keep practicing at home. Bye, y'all.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Movement and Teaching in Room 9. My name is Miss St. Louis, and I'm so glad that you are here with us today. So get up, get on your feet, and let's get ready to get moving. Today, we are traveling to a construction zone. So you need to make sure that you're really careful and you watch your surroundings. All of that space around us, because who knows what could happen. So as we enter a construction zone today, I see a lot of barriers stopping us from going forward. So let's step over some of those barriers with big steps as we go over them. And some of them are so tall we can go under them. Can you go under a barrier? Very nice, come back up. Let's take a few big steps over some more. And we'll go back under a barrier. Whew. Excellent job. It's really hard to get into this construction zone. Uh-oh, I see a big crane coming our way. Let's duck down low to let it go over our heads. Is it safe to come back up? Okay. Wait, it's coming back? Duck down low again. Can we go back up? All right, stand up tall and high. Oh my, it's coming back one more time. Duck down low. Are we good? All right, let's stand back up nice and tall. Whew, there are so many cones on the ground. Let's be careful. Can you step in front of the cones? And behind the cones? Back in front? And take a step behind. Be careful that you don't step on the cones as you move in front and behind. You might have to take big, tall steps. Whew, excellent job. You know, in construction zones, there are lots of different kinds of trucks going and coming, so we're gonna have to really pay attention because some move fast and some move slow. Can you move slow like a truck? Slow. And can you move super fast like a truck? And slow down. And speed up super fast. And slow as you can go. And speed up super fast till you get to a stop sign. Anytime we see that red stop sign, we have to stop. And when everything is safe, we can go. And if we see another one, we have to stop. And when it's safe, we can go. Whew, so much movement in a construction zone. Whew, so many stop signs. But wait, I think I see my favorite truck. It's the cement truck that goes round and round to keep that cement moving so it doesn't get stuck. Can you make your arms go round and round just like a cement truck to keep it moving? Ooh, and can you move the cement the other way? And move it again, forwards, keep that cement going so it doesn't get stuck. And back. Excellent job. There are so many things going on in construction zones. The next time you drive past one in your neighborhood, take a look around to see what you can see there. I hope that you had so much fun traveling through this construction zone with us, and we'll see you back here next time in room 9 for a new adventure. Bye, everyone.
Welcome back, boys and girls. Guess who we have joining us? Mr. Bare Hands Baran.
And I've brought Christine into the classroom today.
Christine, can you tell me about Christine?
Yes, Christine is a North American alligator. They are a very, very slow-growing, yet long-lived creature.
Slow growing. So how long is she going to get?
So in about 60 years, she'll probably be about 10 feet long, weigh 300 pounds. When they start out and they're this size, they're insectivores. They like to eat a lot of insects. So they grow very, very slowly. They develop very well, but they grow very, very slowly. Then as they get a little bit bigger, they catch fish and tadpoles. And so they grow a little bit faster. And then eventually, they'll be able to catch mammals, and she'll grow really fast.
Oh, so you tell me, because you said fish and tadpoles and probably frogs or something. Mm-hmm. So she hunts in the water and on land?
Well, she hunts on the edge of the water. So kind of on land, but mostly from the water.
Can you tell me about her mouth and her teeth?
Yeah, so the mouth is broad and rounded, in the way you can tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile.
Okay.
Crocodile is very narrow and pointy. Alligators are very broad and round. Okay. She has a lot of teeth. As a matter of fact, through her lifetime, she'll go through about 3,000 of those teeth.
3,000 teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm staying away from her.
She has very, very strong closing muscles, very, very weak opening muscles.
So she may give you a chance to get away, but just don't get too close.
Just don't get too close.
All right, now I'm looking at her eyes. She's looking at me, I think. Can you tell me about her eyes?
So the eyes are very sophisticated. They're designed so that they can see at night. And when she opens her eyes up fully at night, if you shine a light on her, it glows red. Would you like to feel how soft she is?
I would. Boys and girls, I'm holding an alligator.
A North American alligator.
A North American alligator. So what we find is, like, let's say in Missouri?
South Missouri, practically Arkansas.
Okay, I've seen one at a zoo though.
Yep, they're at the zoo. They can withstand pretty cold temperatures. Alligators can. They are cold-blooded.
They're cold-blooded. Tell me about being cold-blooded.
So cold-blooded, which most reptiles are cold-blooded, it means that she can't create her own body heat. So she is the temperature of her environment. Now, she loves the sun, and she'll sit out in the sun and absorb all that solar energy.
All right. Cold-blooded. Reptiles are cold-blooded, correct?
She is a reptile, that's correct. So she's scaly, even though she feels soft and leathery.
She does. She feels really soft, especially in her belly. She feels really soft. Maybe because it's not full yet, because she hasn't eaten it today.
Yep. And so she's got special sensors along the top of her ridge there that absorb sunlight. If you notice, she's darker on the top than she is on the bottom. You know, if you hold her up like that, she's light down here and she's dark on top. That way, when she's sunning herself, the sun is absorbed by her body.
Oh, all right.
Interesting things. The back feet are only 4 toes. The front feet are only 5 toes. And she only has 12 toenails.
12 toenails?
Because
Ooh.
most of her toes have no toenail on it.
I have one more question for you.
Yes, sir?
Do alligators make good pets?
I'm gonna have to say alligators do not make good pets. 1, they get very, very large. 2, that mouth is formidable and those teeth can hurt you.
Well, thank you for bringing Christina in today. And thank you for another great animal. And boys and girls, are you ready to do some more learning? See you in a bit.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Teaching in Room 9, math class with Mrs. Ray. I'm so glad you're here because today's lesson is all about shapes. So come on in, take a seat, and let's get started. Now, first, we're going to take a little look at our shape board. Look at all of these shapes. There are so many that we can find in all of our communities, in our books and everything else that we play with, but we do not have time to talk about all of these today. I'm going to introduce 4 shapes to you, and that way you can start identifying them in your home and in your community and in the books that you read. Here we go. Our first shape today is a square. Now, how do we know that this is a square? Well, a square has 4 sides and 4 corners, but you have to remember, all of the sides have to be the same. Let's count just to be sure they're here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Now, our next shape is a triangle. And how do we know it's a triangle? Well, a triangle has 3 sides and 3 corners. But guess what? Triangles have a secret. They don't all have to have the same size sides. Triangles can be any size you want them to be. Let's count to make sure everything's here. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Our next shape is a circle. Now, the rule about circles is that there are no sides and there are no corners. It's just round. You don't know where it begins and you don't know where it ends. Our last shape of the day is a diamond. Now, a diamond does have 4 sides and it does have 4 corners, but they don't all have to be even and they really don't make a box. You see, if I turn it, it almost looks like the box is leaning over to the side. That's how you know you've got a diamond. All right, so now that we have been introduced to all of our shape friends, I want to play a game with you. Let's see if you can match my pictures to the shapes you learned about today. Are you ready? Put those thinking caps on, and I'm gonna grab my handy dandy pointer, and we're gonna get to it. Here we go. Let's start with cookies. Now, what do the cookies remind you of? Which shape? Oh, I heard it. I heard circle. That's right. Even though we can make cookies into any shape we want to nowadays, most of them are circle, just like this. Excellent job. Now, here's a question. Which one of my pictures looks like a triangle? Very good, the pizza. The pizza slices are under the cookies. Excellent job. When you eat pizza at home, they just might look like triangles, just like this. We've got time for one more. Which one looks like a diamond? Excellent. The kite looks like a diamond. Boys and girls, we like to use these kites on windy days during springtime. All right, now we don't have time to do the last one, but I think you can figure it out on your own. Boys and girls, I am so glad you decided to come to class with me today. I really enjoyed having you, and I do hope you come again, and the next time you do, I do hope you bring a friend, because here in room 9, we have room for everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hola, muchachos. Hello, boys and girls. I'm Senior Johnson, and welcome to Teaching in Room 9, the region's largest classroom. Today, we're going to talk about weather in Spanish. Weather in Spanish. There are 4 seasons, and those 4 seasons in Spanish are, we start with primavera. Primavera. Do you see the flowers blooming in primavera? That's spring. Then you have verano. Verano. It's hot in verano, so that lets you know it is summer. Then you have otoño. Get those leaves off of my arm. That is fall. 1 season left. That's invierno. Invierno. That's winter. During el invierno, we say, I'm cold, I'm cold. I say, hace frío. Hace frío. It's cold outside. Hace frío. In the primavera, it rains. Llueva. Llueva. In the winter, it snows. We know it's snow. It's nieva. Nieva. That's how you say it's snowing outside. But our favorite time is the verano, the summertime, when we have it being very sunny. We can go to the beach. We can hang out with our friends and run around. Hace sol. It's nice out. It's sunny. Hace sol. Those are expressions that we use in Spanish to tell about the weather. So I'll review. Hace sol. Hace frío. Llueva. Nieva. Nieva. You have primavera, verano, otoño, and el invierno. Those are the seasons and weather expressions we use in Spanish. Thanks for joining me in learning about weather. Ram pam pam pam. Learning Spanish is fun. Adios.
Great day, everybody. This is Candace with Chaos, and I want to tell you about my friend Tia. Tia is a chaos kid, and she lives with anxiety. And sometimes because she has anxiety, all of those feelings that she has on the inside, it makes her have some behavior that gets her in trouble. So Tia has to learn how to calm her body. And so these are some things that Tia uses. Sometimes Tia does deep breathing, sometimes Tia uses a squishy, and sometimes Tia writes in a journal. If you have a hard time, I want you to try those things. You got this. Air hugs and cyber kisses.
Welcome back to our classroom. Did you have an amazing time? Ooh, okay, tell me about your favorite adventure. Oh, really? Man, well, I'm so happy that you had fun in this amazing classroom. All right, now it's time for what? Yes, it's time for my little lesson. Let's start. What do you think we're gonna do today? Yeah, we're gonna talk about some shapes, some 2D shapes. All right, I have some 2D shapes on the table. I'm gonna show them to you. Does anybody know what is this shape? A rectangle. Yes, a rectangle. Let's count the sides on our rectangle. 3, 4. Yes, that's the rectangle. All right, when I show you this one, I want you to really scream it out. Are you ready? What is this shape? Yeah, oh, whew, that was loud. A circle. Does a circle have any sides? No. All right, my next shape is yes, some people say a diamond, but it's actually a rhombus. Everybody say rhombus. Yes, that's a rhombus. And this side, this shape right here, let's see how many sides it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A hexagon. Everybody say hexagon. All right. And then I have this shape with 4 sides. They're all the same size, same length. Square. And my last shape is a triangle. 1, 2, 3. But boys and girls, now it's time for us to get out of teaching in room 9. Let's spell our favorite word. N-I-N-E. 9. Thank you for being in room 9. Bye-bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is supported in part by Know who to reach out to when you need help. There is hope. Call or text 988.